Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope that all of you are fine and feeling well, and I hope that you are giving a proper time to your studies and whatever we are going through in this chapter, which is basically your chapter number 4. I hope that you people are giving enough time to these topics so that we should be prepared well. Okay, so you know that in this chapter, which is basically chapter number 4, this is basically about the data communication. Data communication. So we have gone through different terminologies. Definitely today I am not going to repeat or revise all the things that we have gone through in last week, but normally I take a revision of the last lesson, a review of the last lesson, that whatever we have studied in the last class. So can anyone tell me what was the topic going on in our last class? Yes, students. Data communication model, data communication system. We had started about data communication system. So this was basically the topic that we had started last time, data communication system. What is meant by data communication system, and what kind of system it is, what are the major components available in this system, and what are the roles of these components? Can anyone define quickly? Can anyone give a review of this data communication system? The image is already opened in front of you. You can see over here. And what you have to do, you have to explain it, that what is meant by all these components. Yes, students, please. Yes, please. Yes, Aryan Ali. You can see this image and you can explain in your own words, not necessary that your answer is correct.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Aryan. Aryan, data
There,
communication components of the data communication system are already displayed in front of you. Can you explain this complete diagram? What are the different components?
okay, so data communication of data means a message or data will be transmitted from one device and will be received in the destination or target device.
Okay, good. What are these components? There are 5 components you can see on your screen.
Sir, these are the components for sender, receiver, medium, and protocol.
What is meant by medium? What do you understand by the term medium? Yes, please. Medium through which data will be passed, through which the data will be sent from one device and to another device. What is meant by protocol? Who will define the protocol? What is meant by protocol? One term is mentioned over here, the protocol. Okay. Data sender, receiver, transmission medium, protocols, these are the components. And you know that we had gone through all these components. So we must know that what is meant by protocols. I had explained you that protocols are also very important part of communication. Can anyone read and explain it? Because this was the important point in the data communication system. Yes, please. Adiba, can you read and can you explain protocol? Already written in front of you.
A protocol is nothing but a set of rules that applies on the full data communication produced. This
Procedure.
is like an an agreement between the two devices to successful communication with each other. For example, how to send the data, how the data will be traveling, how the ensure that full data has received, how to handle errors in transmission, etc. Both devices follow the same set of rules or protocol so that they understand each other.
Good, good, fine. So protocols are basically the rules and regulations applied for communication. The rules and regulation applied for communication. The communication should be error free. The communication should be on time. There should not be any problem. There should not be any delay. There should not be any other issue. The destination should receive the data. All these are the rules that are going to be followed, and these are basically called the protocols, the rules and the regulation. For example, Windows is using TCP/IP protocol. Windows is using TCP/IP protocol. So these are the basic components that we have already gone through. Characteristics of good communication. 3 characteristics of good communication we have seen: delivery, accuracy, and timeliness. Who will explain them in a nutshell, briefly, shortly? Who will explain them? Because we have already discussed about them. Yes, please. Please, Al-Rayan. Al-Rayan. What is meant by delivery? What is meant by accuracy? What is meant by timeliness? What do you understand by these terms? Yes, Al-Rayan. Yes, please. Al-Rayan or Arsalan?
Delivery. The system must deliver data to the correct destination. Data must be received by the intended device or user and only by that device or user.
Yes. To the desired device, the data must be received to the desired device. This thing is very important, that data should be delivered to the desired device, and this is very important for us. Anyway, so we have already discussed these 3 points, and you know that that whenever there is communication, so what is meant by accuracy? What do you understand by the term accuracy? What is accuracy? Yes, please. Yes.
The system must deliver the data accurately, data that have been alerted in transmission and left uncorrected are
Good.
unusable
Yeah,
without
this line you can see over here: without any alteration, without any loss. There should not be any loss, there should not be any alteration. Okay, data should be transmitted in a proper way without any data loss. There should not be any data loss. Yes. What is meant by timeliness? Who will tell about the timeliness? What is meant by timeliness? I think any other student, Khuzaima Munir. Khuzaima Munir. Can you unmute yourself? Can you describe about it? Okay. Malik Masab. Timeliness. Malik Masab, its name is already showing that what is basically the purpose of the timeliness. What is meant by timeliness? Can you define this term, timeliness?
Yes, sir. The system must deliver data in a timely manner. Data delivered late are useless. In the case of video and audio, timely deliver means delivering data as they are
Okay.
produced in the same order that they are produced.
So what we
And
are saying
without
over here, we are saying over there that it should be in timely manner. The data should be produced in a proper way, and real-time transmission should be there. So these all are the terminologies which are describing about the timeliness. There should not be any delay. Okay, delay, you can use this term as well, that there should not be any such delay available in the data transmission. So these were the topics that we discussed last time. Now we have to go toward the next things. That is basically the types of communication, the modes of communication. What is meant by the mode of communication? Whenever we are transmitting data, the data will be transmitted in any of the 2 modes. You can see over here the modes are mentioned over here, and we are going to discuss about these modes. What is meant by the mode? Mode means how the data will be transmitted, and what would be the shape of the data, what kind of data, whether it will be bit by bit or it will be in terms of packets, what kind of data would be there. So this is also a very important thing that a user should understand, that what type of data and in which format the data is going to travel. So this thing, let me open your book as well. You will be able to see in your book this topic is given. Those who have got the books, they can just write now, they can open the book and they can go to the page. Otherwise, I have already opened this thing in front of you in this presentation. You can see over here. So basically there are two types. What are the types? You can see over here. What are the types? Asynchronous transmission and synchronous transmission. What is meant by asynchronous? Only A is coming over here, and over here it is synchronous transmission. So synchronous and asynchronous transmission, these are the two types of the transmission that are used for the data communication. These are called transmission modes. Keep in mind, we are talking about modes. When the question will be about mode, then you are going to discuss about it. When the question will be about types, then you are going to say that it may be simplex, half duplex, full duplex, that we are going to study afterwards. So we are talking about transmission modes. Transmission mode means in what format. The format is important over here. You can see over here the format of the data. In what format the data is going to be transmitted. What kind of format is there. Now, what is meant by that format? Now we see the definition of the asynchronous. Keep in mind asynchronous. Which one is powerful? Synchronous is powerful. So we are right now talking about the asynchronous. Asynchronous has some limitations. Synchronous has got some advantages. Keep in mind. Asynchronous will be a bit by bit transmission. Bit by bit transmission. Bit by bit means one bit by bit transmission will be there. One bit, and so on. One bit after the other, one bit after the other will be there. And preceding means one after the other, and following a character respectively, means they will go just like 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 in this way, and this will make a complete character. This is going to make one complete character. Fine. So this 0 1 0 1 will be 1 by 1 bits. So this 1 by 1 bit is basically going to make the transmission, which will be called which kind of transmission, which type of transmission, which mode of transmission? Asynchronous transmission. Okay, in asynchronous transmission, data moves in half-paired approach. What is meant by half-paired approach? Means that the data is going in terms of bits. Half-paired approach is basically in terms of bits, one after another. A byte or a character at a time. A byte of a character at a time. Means when, for example, if you're sending one character, so these bits 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1, these bits are going to make a complete character. Now this will become character. For example, let's suppose it is A. Let's suppose similarly, if I'm saying that it is 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1, so then it is going to construct B, character by character. So A will go in this format 0 1 1 1 0 1. B will go in this format 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1. So all characters will go bit by bit. It does not need a clock integration. Why we have mentioned about this when there is no clock? Why we have mentioned about it? Because the clock is used in synchronous, but in asynchronous there is no particular clock used in asynchronous, as we have mentioned over here. So the thing which is mentioned here about clock is basically about the synchronous transmission. But why we have mentioned it? We have mentioned it because this characteristic is not there in our work in this asynchronous. This is there in the synchronous transmission that we will discuss about. Okay, rather it utilizes the parity bit. What is meant by the parity bit? Parity bit is basically start and stop bit. You can see over here, we have mentioned this term parity bit. Parity bit is basically this bit which is mentioned over here, start bit or stop bit. Start bit and stop bit means there would be some start bit, just like if I give you the example of one character. Let me show you example of a character. So if there is a, let's suppose one, this is start bit. then 0 1 0 1 0 1, this is data. Then there is another one, this is stop bit. So this will be called stop bit, this will be called start bit. So first start bit will go, then there will be some characters, then stop bit will go. Start, then stop, start, characters, stop, start, characters, stop. This would be the strategy. If you have got any question about the asynchronous, you can just ask me right now. Have you got any question about the asynchronous? Asynchronous transmission is comparatively slow. If you will compare it with the synchronous transmission, this is not that much fast as the synchronous, as the synchronous transmission is. Asynchronous is slow. Synchronous is fast. This point is clear? Clear or not? Come to the diagram.
Yes, sir.
Good. Give me the thumbs up sign. Thumbs up sign. I will be able to know. Thumbs up sign. Now see this diagram now. Now I hope that this diagram will be more clear, and you will be able to understand this diagram quite conveniently, quite easily. You can see over here. So if you see over here, you will be able to see that sender is sending the character. Now see this character, this one I am talking about right now. This is the start bit, then there are some characters, there are some bits, then there is stop bit. It is making one character. What is this? This complete is basically one character. This is basically one character. One character you are sending, and for that character you are using one start bit and one stop bit, and in between the start bit and stop bit there are some bits. So this makes the data flow. And you can see over here there are intervals. Can you note down this thing? There are intervals between the characters. There are gaps, means there will be start bit, characters are there, then there would be stop bit, and then whenever the next characters is there would be some gap. This I am talking about, that there would be some gap between the characters, so there are intervals. This is basically called an interval. There is an interval. Okay, so start bit is going, then bits are going, and then stop bit is going. So this is basically asynchronous transmission. So there is interval between the, as mentioned over here, there is interval between the characters. There is interval between the characters. So if a question comes for 3 marks, so what you are going to say? What are the characteristics of asynchronous? Can anyone tell me about it? What are the characteristics? Number one point. Number one, data transmission is bit by bit. Number one, data transmission would be bit by bit. Number two, there would be start bit and stop bit. There would be start and stop bits is available. Number three, there are gaps. Gaps means as I mentioned, intervals between characters. There are gaps or intervals between characters. Number four, comparatively slow transmission. This is I am not saying that it is entirely slow. Comparatively, there is slow transmission. There is slow transmission in this asynchronous transmission. Are you getting all these points? I hope all these points are clear or not. If a question comes for 3 marks, will you be able to write or not? That write 3 characteristics of the asynchronous transmission. What are the 3 characteristics? You must know. If you need to draw the diagram, you must know how to draw the diagram. The diagram is already displayed in front of you. I will give it to you in your notes as well. This point is clear. Come to the next point. Characteristics of asynchronous transmission, as I have mentioned. Each character is headed by beginning bit and ending bit. I have already mentioned about this point, that there is beginning bit and ending bit. I have mentioned about it. Okay. And what is ending bit? This is ending bit. What is beginning bit? This is beginning bit. These are the 2 important points I have mentioned. There are gaps or spaces, means there are intervals between the characters. Transmission is slow. Transmission is bit by bit. 1 point is mentioned over here, bit by bit. Bit by bit, starting and ending bit is there, intervals are there, transmission is slow. Simple. What are the examples? If you see the examples over here, so you can go and you can check that what are the different examples. of the, see, these are the examples. Emails, forums, letters, radio waves, and televisions. These all are basically waves that we are using, that they normally use asynchronous transmission. You can take example of email or forums. You can mention these 2-3 examples. Normally they ask you for the 3 examples. Okay. Now, come to the next point. I think review right now is not necessary. We should go to the next point. Synchronous. What are the characteristics of synchronous transmission? Synchronous transmission has got more capacity if we compare it with the asynchronous, more capacity. Synchronous transmission data moves completely in paired approach. Paired approach means you can see these all terms. There are blocks, packets, chunks, or frames. We use all 4 terms: blocks, packets, chunks, or frames. Data will not go bit by bit. Data will not go bit by bit, but in form of packets. Data will go in form of packets. In this transmission, common clock pulse is shared. Now, this is another characteristic. There is clock pulse, which manages the transmission, that it should be transmitted on time, it should be transmitted properly. So there is clock pulse. Number 3, that in order to is shared between transmitter and receiver in order to permit synchronized communication. Data sent from the sender should be as it is data received to the receiver. There should be synchronized communication. There should not be any problem. There should not be any gaps or delay. So what are the characteristics? If a question comes for the 3 marks, what you are going to write? What are the characteristics? Number 1, data transmission will be in the form of packets, not in bit by bit, in the form of packets. You can also write chunks, frames, blocks. Number 2, there is a special clock pulse. There is a special clock pulse which manages the synchronized communication. Number 3, the communication, the transmission will be fast. If we compare it with the asynchronous, transmission will be fast. An example of the synchronous transmission would be the transfer of a large text file. For example, if you are sending large text files, so it will go in terms of blocks. So before file is transmitted, it is first dissected into blocks. You would have observed that whenever you are sending some data on the WhatsApp, take example of the WhatsApp. So what happens that your data is sending. So what it do? It dissect it in blocks. They make it blocks. They convert the data into blocks, and those blocks are sent. And when those blocks are received at the receiver end over here, when the blocks are received at the receiver end, what happens over there? That these are joined together to make the final file. Are you getting this point or not? Please give me the thumbs up sign so that I can understand that you are with me. Give me the response. Manur Khalik, you are unable to understand? I need response from all the students. Okay, fine. Now, what are the characteristics? Now, see the characteristics. What are different characteristics? See these characteristics. Number 1, there are no spaces. Now, no spaces, we don't need to mention about it, but it is basically available in the asynchronous. So that's why we are mentioning that in asynchronous there were spaces, but over here we have got no spaces between the characters. Timing is provided by modems or other devices at the end of the transmission. Special synchronous character goes before the data being sent. Special character, one character is going to be used as a single sign for the transmission, that is called synchronous character. So some other things I have mentioned over here, but if you even don't mention this point, it does not matter at all. Transmitter and receiver shares a common clock pulse. This is very important. This you have to mention. This is very important. The synchronous characters are included between the chunks. The synchronous character means there is a character which is mentioning about that this block is being started from here and this block is going to be ended over here. Okay. So these are the characteristics that I have already mentioned. Example is video conferencing. You know, in video conferencing, we need more speed. more data transmission, tele conversation, chat rooms, okay, where fast communication is going on. So all these things are very important over here. Similarly, face-to-face interaction, just like we are making some meeting on Zoom or such kind of thing. So if you come over here, you will be able to see that this is synchronous transmission. Now over here in this synchronous transmission, data is moving in the form of blocks. This is one block, this is another block, this is another block, this is another block. Blocks are going from one point to another point. Is there any gap between them? No, there is no gap. No gap. Why? Because gaps are there in asynchronous. There is no gap in synchronous. But there is a clock pulse. Clock pulse is there, which is managing the time and which is managing that there should not be any problem in the transmission. There should not be any issue. So there should not be any problem when the data is being transmitted. So there is clock pulse for synchronized transmission. If a question come to you to discriminate, to differentiate between synchronous and asynchronous, normally this question comes either in the short question or in the long question. So how you are going to respond that particular question? See, number one is clock pulse. Clock pulse is available. I need your feedback. In which transmission mode clock pulse is available? Let me, Abdul Hadi, clock pulse is available in which transmission mode?
Sir, synchronous.
Good. So what point you are going to write about that in synchronous transmission, there is a clock pulse available to ensure the synchronized transmission. And in asynchronous transmission, there is no clock pulse available. This is one difference. Now, what about speed? Abdul Muiz, can you say something about it? Abdul Muiz, what about speed? Which transmission mode has got more speed? Abdul Muiz, which transmission mode has got more speed? Will you please tell me about it? Ayaz, I'm able to see you. Ayaz.
The synchronous transmission has fast.
Of course, the
Speed.
synchronous transmission has got a better speed, fast speed, if we compare it with the asynchronous transmission. Good. Hiba Amin, form of the data. In which form data is being transmitted? Hiba Amin, will you please unmute yourself? In which form the data is being sent? Can you tell me about it? And it is already mentioned in front of you. You just need to explain it. I'm talking about this point. Form of the data transmission.
That in
Yes,
cytochrome, the data is sent in form of names or blocks, and in other it is sent by bytes or characters.
good. It is synchronous. Keep in mind, synchronous, no. Synchronous. This is synchronous. In synchronous, the data is going in terms of frames or blocks or chunks, as we have mentioned, packets. But in asynchronous, the data is being sent in the form of characters or bytes. Next point. What about time interval? Who will explain this point? Afzal Ahmed, unmute yourself. What about this point? Time interval. Time interval is available over here or not? Yes. What about time interval? Okay, let me mark the attendance. As I have told you, if you are not available at the time of attendance, your attendance will not be marked. You need to be very much careful about it. This is 22nd August. Okay. Yes, please, Afzal Ahmed, can you unmute yourself? Please. Yes, kindly.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about that. What about the time interval? What do you understand by the time interval? In which transmission mode time interval is available?
Constant variable.
Constant variable. So we are saying that in synchronous transmission, time interval is not available. In asynchronous transmission, there is time interval. Okay. So if we come to the next slide, I think this up to here, these all points are covered and we have discussed about all these points. So we have covered all these things for the transmission modes and all points have been covered. But some other points are also there in this slide. Cost, if you talk about the cost, so you will be able to see that the cost of the synchronous transmission is high and the cost of the asynchronous transmission is low. If you talk about the efficiency, the synchronous transmission is more efficient, asynchronous transmission is less efficient. There is start and stop bit, where in asynchronous transmission there is start and stop bit available, but in synchronous transmission there is no start and stop bit. If you talk about the digital circuit, so circuit is complex, but it is less complex in asynchronous. So these are some more differences that I would like to, I will give you this file, text file. I will not give you presentation file because you will be able to go through the text in the form of text. So I'm going to give you the Word file. Up to here, students, if you have got any question, please ask me, because I don't want to go to the next topic, which is transmission media. I would like to, inshallah, start it, inshallah, in your next class. So I would like to know from you people that what is basically the feedback about it. Have you got, can any good student, I should say, can give any review of this complete, a summary of this complete lesson, whatever comes in your mind. Not necessary that your answer is 100% right. You have to mention about all these points, whatever we have studied. Yes, please. Any student voluntarily. I just need one student who is going to explain all these points voluntarily. All these points voluntarily. Yes. And I have already told you that I need my student that they should be participative students. They should not be silent because you are in higher grades. Yes, unmute yourself. Who will explain? Adiba, can you give a complete summary, please? Malik Masab, Sayyid Muhammad Hussain, any one of you. Yes, Adiba, you should. Yes, please. We have discussed about number one, asynchronous transmission. Yes, please. Can you explain? And then synchronous transmission. Yes, Adiba.
The transmission mode in which the interval between each character is not the same is known as transmission. This
Okay. Yes, please. Yes, I'm listening. Synchronous transmission and asynchronous. Okay, can anyone else yes,
the
please.
transmission mode in which time interval between the characters is always the same is known as transmission.
Okay, if I ask you what are the characteristics in asynchronous, data transmission will go bit by bit. This is so or not? What will happen in synchronous? The data transmission will be in terms of blocks. What are the other characteristics? There is interval between the characters, but there are no gaps. No gaps are there in asynchronous. Any other thing? This is comparatively slow. Good. And this is comparatively fast. Means good efficiency will be there in synchronous. Any other thing? Any other thing? There is clock pulse available. So we are going to mention no clock pulse in asynchronous. No clock pulse. This is also a difference. And over here we are going to say that there is clock pulse available for managing synchronized transmission. Any other point? You can mention one example just like email. And you can mention one example over here just like video conferencing, video chat, video conferencing. So these are the characteristics. This bit by bit transmission is there. Another point is there. It has got, we can also write this point about clock pulse. The clock pulse is there in the synchronous transmission. The clock pulse is there. Over here, we can mention that there is a start and stop bit. If you don't write this line, so we can mention that there is a start and stop bit available. And over here, clock pulse is available. So we can mention this point in this way as well. Okay, so this could be also a good comparison. I hope all these points are clear. Our class time is now about to over. I hope all these points are clear to all of you. Have you got any question? Please ask me. Give me the thumbs up sign so that I can know that you people have got these things. You are able to
बुक में
understand.
ये यहाँ जो आपने पेजेस
Yes, please, Ayaz. Yes, Ayaz.
सर यहाँ पे बुक में अलग है, जो आपने शेयर स्क्रीन करके दिखाए थे वहाँ पे थोड़ा अलग है
Just a minute.
लाइंस.
All the points are same, but you know, one topic can be discussed in a vast manner. I have given you more points about it, but if we go to this chapter and we will see this synchronous and asynchronous transmission. What is the difference? The diagram. I have given you a better diagram. I have given you a better diagram even. So I am going to give you, as I have told you that I am going to give you this diagram. This diagram is explaining in a proper way, basically, that where is the start bit, where is the stop bit. But if we see over here, so the diagram is not that much good. So that's why I gave you the better concept. Otherwise, it is quite easy. So this is one character. This B is one character. So this B will be 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 start bit and stop bit in this way. So that's why I have explained this. I asked this thing is clear or not? And I appreciate this, your question. I asked, now this point is clear or not? I have given you the detailed diagram, which is explaining the point in a proper way, that the characters are going and each character is in terms of bits and each character has got one start and stop bit. This point is clear? This point is clear or not? You are, I think, talking about this diagram, that the diagram is changed. Fine, but that is a better diagram. That's why I have given you this diagram, and this one, where we have seen that where is the internet, where is the interval, where is the character. This is the character, let's suppose A, B, or C. This is start bit, this is stop bit, this is interval. Start bit and stop bit are called parity bits. Okay, student, our class time is now over. Thank you so much, all of you. God bless.